Hi, thanks for gardening with me. I'm Melissa, and today I'm going to be installing this blanket plant cover. I'm going to be installing it in hoops like this over this raised bed. Normally in the spring I'll just come out at night and cover my plants up with sheets, but this is a little bit more of a permanent situation. I can just install it, leave it until May, our last frost date, and the rain can get through, the water can get through, and I can go ahead and plant things like lettuce and beets and carrots and things like that, so I can really get a jump start on the season. I have already kind of tilled in my leaves that I have here. I'm going to be adding some compost and also some of the organic Espoma garden tone to the garden, and I will show you how I build this and how I get everything planted in. So here you can see I just put my organic compost right on the top of the soil, blended in a little bit. These are from Wanapure, and I got these from Amazon. I don't really remember how much, but I know that they were not very expensive at all. And they already come put together like this, and it comes with a marker. It also comes with labels. So if you wanted to, you could just use the labels, and then there's like a plastic protector over top of that you could put over your labels. I'll just write directly on the copper and then put the plastic protector over that, and hopefully it lasts all season long. So I wanted to go ahead and get my seeds started today before I put the hoop house on. It will just be easier. So what I'm going to do is sow two different types of lettuce. One is a spring mix that I will just harvest the individual leaves, and then the second one is a romaine lettuce, and I'll plant those a little bit further apart, and then I'll just let them grow up into bunches. I'm also planting some beets today, which are so good. They're great to just eat right out of the garden in salads, or just fresh right out of the garden. I'm also planting an absolutely beautiful variety of carrots this year that I've never planted before, and so I'm really excited to see how those are going to taste. Also, before I put most of my seeds in the ground here, you can see that I put my Espoma garden tone over everything, just to add that extra organic fertilizer to the beds and give them just an extra boost and a healthy head start. Now these are down in the ground pretty deep, but I don't trust us to not get some major weather or something and have them come up. So I also got these clamps, and they're just called Hold Right, 1 inch, which is the size of these is 1 inch, and it says right on them. Actually, I think these are 1/2 inch. Yeah, these are 1/2 inch. So I got these 1/2 inch and I got these 1 inch, just so that I wouldn't have to worry about squeezing them in there. And if they have a little bit of a play, that's fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and screw these into the sides. So this part of the video is almost comical because the kit does come with some stakes, so I'm glad that I actually captured this because I used the stakes to try to hold it into the ground. And if I were just putting it in sod, it would probably work, but since it's a nice loose soil, it didn't do a whole lot to keep it in place. So I did have some clamps in the garage that I went ahead and used, put on there to just keep it in place, and I think that that would be a great option. If I had more clamps, I could have probably just got away with only using the clamps.
So I think this is really going to work great, but I am going to go inside and get some needle and thread and just sew this on here every once in a while just to keep it in place.
So the needle and thread are going to work perfectly fine for me this year. If I were to start this project all over again, I think I would just go ahead and purchase some clamps, and that way I could only use clamps. That way I could take it on or take it off if I wanted to. The sunlight does get through here, the rain does get through here. It will get humid inside of this little hoop house, so there may be days that are super hot that you want to have it open, and I can still do that, but it would be nice to have the option to take it off or put it back on if I wanted to.
So that's it. I have my blanket plant cover over. I'm going to keep this in place until our average last frost date, and hopefully I'll be harvesting lettuce in the meantime. I will keep you posted and let you know how it goes. In the meantime, I really thank you for gardening with me. God bless. Have a great week.